Sorry for that shit show. What the fuck was that? Sorry for that shit show. What the fuck was that? Of course. Of course. We're having technical difficulties. It hasn't even started yet. We're having technical difficulties. It hasn't even started yet. We're having technical difficulties. It hasn't even started yet. Somewhere there is some. My stream is up. There is somewhere and I can't see it. My stream is up. There is somewhere and I can't see it. Ha! Fuck you. Fuck. I figured it out. Back to the normal programming. What up? Oh my god. Fuck. Great. Fucking great. Always. Why can't it ever just work? Why? Okay. Here you go. Are we getting some? We should be getting some music now. Whatever. I might have to do that for. I'm using OBS, guys, instead of Streamlabs because Streamlabs was giving me trash, and yet here we are, beautiful, beautiful. On the SUPERNEAT podcast, the only podcast on the internet. What I was saying, well, you guys couldn't hear me while I'm just talking to no one, like I do typically in my day, is welcome to the SUPERNEAT podcast, the only podcast on the internet. How are you guys doing? Let me know if the stream's going well, if the audio's going well. I'm not supposed to do that, but we're going to. And luckily for us that we do, for me rather, because I wouldn't have known that I was talking to no one. Sorry if I'm peeking. So there it is, guys. Everything should be nice and crispy. We're well lit, evenly lit today. We've even got a kind of a hair light, a rim light going on. And the SUPERNEAT podcast, the only podcast on the internet, of course, is sponsored by our sponsor every time we do a fourth episode. AHA, sparkling water. Lime and watermelon. Honestly, ooh, I'm a fan. I'm the Joker, baby. All right, let's get in the podcast. It's 7:05. The temperature in my room is 69 degrees. Oh, no, 69% room humidity. Why my clock tells me that, I'll never know. 74 degrees Fahrenheit because I turned the air conditioner off for good sound. Now that those relevant updates for everyone are out of the way, let's get into the Tight 5. Again, I have planned nothing for the Tight 5. God, I'm the worst podcast host. Don't worry, it's getting better every time. But not yet. So, I've got... You hear about this? You guys hear about this? I've got chronic CBD. And I think everyone that has CBD knows exactly what I'm talking about. Constant bustin' disease. Because I always be bustin'. Oh! That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. 59 minutes out of the day, I be bustin', y'all. I be bustin'. I too suffer, says the chat. But fortunately, there's combustidol, and living with constant busting disease, it's hard, and it's uncurable with today's technology, but we can manage our symptoms. And those of you that have CBD know that that's really the best bet. You know, you're gonna bust, and you're gonna be busting, but you. This is such a dumb bit, but. With combustidol, we can manage your symptoms down and get your busting down to once an hour. We cannot tell you when in that hour when it's gonna happen, but you'll have all of those 59 minutes of busting compact into 1 mega minute. We call it the the mega bust. And I can tell you, since I've switched over, it's been honestly equally terrible in a new way. But you know, if you feel it coming on, you feel the tremors. Head to the bathtub, lock the door, and just bust it all. Then you have 59 minutes to kind of recover and then prepare once again to bust it all. But Combustidol is our other sponsor for the SUPERNEAT podcast, the only podcast on the internet. And that's what it's like living with CBD. I also have some shit here that's less of a joke, and it's about people complaining about online school and stuff during the COVID, all that shit. And more than anything, guys, I think when I wrote that, I was probably pissed. Let's make a great habit, everyone, together, to not bitch and complain about shit that you pay for. I don't care that you can't go on campus and have the volleyball, the rec league volleyball. You're paying for this. Don't complain. Don't complain about that. This is your choice, all right? If you want to go and live in the real world and live your real life, you can do that, and then you can complain about that. If you're working a job and you're doing it, you can complain. But complain about your job. Don't complain about your school system that you pay for so that you can get better at living your own life. Please. Keep it to yourself, all right? Let's have a positive mental attitude, a PMA. But my volleyball, no, but I'm supposed to have on camp, I'm supposed to go to the rec room and hang out with the gang. Shut up. God, if only I had known what my education was while I was there. I would be so much. Maybe that's what public education really is. Higher education, even more so. It's just giving you this blissful time that you can appreciate later. But in the moment, you're like, I've got to go to class at 9 a.m. It's chemistry and it's hard. You're getting paid to read a book, all right? Appreciate that. You half-wit morons. It's like looking at the hobbits in the Shire, and they're like bitching about, they're like, oh, the turnips didn't come out this way. And you're like, you guys live a beautiful, simple little life, all right? And Mordor is coming, or something. I don't know, Harry Potter, I didn't watch it. But you get my point, all right? It's a beautiful time that we live in when we're in education. And for those of us that get to do it without, like, working a job at the same time, my God, keep your pretty silver spoon mouth shut, because I will strike you down. And also, if you get a chance, take a breather and appreciate that someone's paying you to learn something that you don't know. Because for the rest of us, once you get dropped into this hellish landscape that is the real world, you have to learn shit, and then no one pays you. And if you don't learn it, then you look like an idiot, like I do every single podcast. And that's the type 5. All right, shut your fucking mouth. I have to learn on a Zoom call. My professor's such a d-bag. Shut your mouth. You're paying that person to teach you something you don't know. In the Roman days, last thing, I'm reading a book on Caesar. When a young boy, and we'll forget all the sexist stuff, I think there is an equivalent for the girls. It's actually just one day earlier, but it's the same thing, roughly. When you become a man, anywhere between 14 and 16, as late as 18, as young as 12, if times are tough, they shave your head. You're allowed to have long hair as a young boy. Then they give you a man's haircut, and then they change the color robe, and then you're a man. And if you're rocking those robes and rocking that haircut, people are going to treat you like an adult. And I imagine being a young Roman boy or girl, you're like, I can't wait until I get that fresh ass new robe, and I can be one of the Roman adults and not this kid. And all the Roman old dudes are like, listen, man, live it up. And you're like, no, Dad, I want to do it. I'm 14. I'm ready. He's like, give it another year. Come on, live it up. And you just can't know. And then it happens, and you're like, fuck, I got a job? I got to go to the Senate? As if you're rich, Roman. Most of the time, you're fucked. Talking about the poor people, poor Romans. All right. I don't know. I honestly don't know how that spiraled so out of control. But that's the Type 5. Ooh. And it's 712, 68% room humidity, and 75 degrees Fahrenheit in my apartment here, and it's getting hot. Hoping I'm sounding good. SUPERNEAT will strike you down. I know I'm not supposed to read chat, guys. I'm sorry. I just can't help myself. I've been doing a little more Twitch streaming lately, and it's a lot of fun. Speaking of, is it time for the SUPERNEAT news? Or is that, no, that's after the real news. All right. So, what up, Hudson Foo? Welcome to episode 4 of the SUPERNEAT podcast, the only podcast on the internet brought to you by AHA Sparkling Water and Bustin All. Can Bustin All. The only Bustin All pill to help you manage your symptoms of constantly busting. I've got CBD, and you may have too. Consult with your doctor or something about CBD, constant busting disease. If you be busting all the time, consult your doctor. Oh! That's what it's like. Sorry for the spam on the mic. All right, guys, let's head on over to the news. Let's see what's going on with the news. We're back, and look at that. It's full screen. I figured it out. Huh? What fun. Okay, we're going to get rid of this text here. And then I'm going to put my own face back in it. Look. Yes, now I'm in it. because it wouldn't be a narcissistic podcast if I wasn't on every frame. And for those of you that can't see, that are joining us audio only, my face is also on the screen. Okay, great. Let's talk about the news. So, oh man, I always forget. Let's refresh. Let's get the hottest, newest stuff. You guys know how I feel about the news. It's stupid and it sucks. And the 24-hour news cycle that we've created is a hellscape. Mary Trump says president's desperation led him to accuse Biden of drug use. Who's Mary Trump? But more importantly, as the SUPERNEAT podcast way, who cares? Bernie Sanders privately worrying about Joe Biden's campaign. Everyone's worrying about Joe Biden's campaign because he's like on bath salts, all right? Oh, wow, did I just agree with... Oh. The Democrats may not be able to concede. I hate all this. Los Angeles mayor calls protest outside hospital. Oh. Abhorrent. If they're using the word abhorrent in the title, things are tough. 2212. Oh yeah, the wildfires, man. Everything looks like Blade Runner. I'll be honest, I'm into it aesthetically, but I also know that it's bad news over there. But that's what happens when you have... So, just a little pro tip if you live in California. Your weather is perfect 99% of the time. But the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. You think you can just live and smell that salt beach air and have beautiful weather all the time and not have a fucking fire demon strike you once a year? You're wrong. That's the price you pay. Taxes, I'm sure, if you pay them. And a hellish fiery landscape every year or two. So that's what you get. That's what camp I'm in. God bless the firefighters and all that, all right? It's a joke. It's a fucking joke podcast, all right? Don't give me... I'm sure it's bad news over there, but it looks cool. Level 1 evacuation for Clackamas County. The curfew changes. Man, I think we've all been keeping up to date on Clackamas County. What the hell are these people talking about? We're going to do one more of these, and then we're going to go back to the news for me, because clearly this isn't handpicked for me. Tropical storm Sally moves towards Gulf Coast as Bermuda braces for Hurricane Paulette. Tropical storm Sally and Hurricane Paulette. There's a joke there. I don't know what it is. There's a joke there. Oh, man. Golden Girls? I don't know. Something there. Those are funny names for storms. And I don't really care. I'm sure it's bad news. But I don't have a TV. You know, I'm pretty high up in the air. Floods come, let them come. Take the first 8 floors out. I'm still good. Oh, man. I'm done with that for you. Let's go. All right. We're already dragging. This podcast is a joke. 717, 67% room humidity, and 75 degrees on the SUPERNEAT podcast, the only podcast on the internet, brought to you by AHA, Sparkling Water, and Combustinol. Make sure to manage your CBD. How to blur your house on Google Street View and why you should. More importantly, who cares? Western Digital My Book, 8 terabyte, 2020 review. I am actually going to read that later because I think I'm going to build a NAS, but I'm also broke AF. So, now this is some stuff I care about. I was going to slam the desk, but I'm not allowed to slam the desk anymore. The AMD Radeon RX 6000 leads and benchmark database with surprising performance. Here's the beauty. AMD has slammed the market recently with their incredible Zen 2 Ryzen 3 processors. And now, here we are with them dropping GPUs coming soon. Big Navi, they call it. And it's interesting that one company is doing the job of 2 companies. NVIDIA has always been pretty good to us as far as GPUs. I think they're doing their best, genuinely. And then AMD's kind of been struggling along to get their stuff out. It's a little cheaper, is what it is. But AMD has crushed Intel this last year. And if they can even become equal with NVIDIA, it's going to be great things for us in the GPU market. I love it. And let me mention this. Let me add this. Can you hear about this? Let me add this. I love it. I think it's great. I love Mary Sue. I don't know what her name is, but whoever runs that AMD thing going on, what a champion. I love her. Elon Musk shares his thoughts about Bill Gates. They're not pleasant. I can tell you I already looked into this. This is trash clickbait, but basically the gist is, I'll run it down for you. Bill Gates is like, listen, man, you can't make semi trucks electric. They're too dang heavy, too big batteries. And Elon Musk said, nerd. And I gotta go with Elon on this because Elon is way cooler than Bill Gates. If Bill Gates and Elon were at the lunchroom, Bill Gates would have a cream pie on his face thrown across the cafeteria by not Elon, but one of his goonies. And Elon would do one of these, like a Jim Halpert, like, sorry, nerd. Shut up, Bill. You've been out of the limelight too long. You don't know what it's like. This dude lives batteries. Let Elon do his thing. Don't be a hater. Also, I read that article. It says that Bill bought a Porsche Taycan, something electric vehicle, instead of buying like a Tesla supercar. Bill, quit trying to be contrarian and cool. Is your wife talking you into this? No, she's smarter than you. Because you're an old man filled with regret. Quit it, Bill. Just stay in your lane. You know nothing of batteries. Go back to the Xbox. Whatever it is you do these days. Cure polio. Oh, yeah. It's pretty great. Moonbase 8. This is the last one. We're done with these news. Moonbase 8 teaser. I haven't seen it, but I want to see it because I love all of those people. Armisen, Heidecker, John C. Reilly. Beautiful. Jeffrey Epstein was secretly... Oh, no. I don't want to react. Oh, God. Why Fed officials are begging for more stimulus. I'm begging for more stimulus, baby. All around. Human contact, cash, I'll take it. Stimulate me. Adderall, I don't care. I'm looking for stimulants. These states are voting on cannabis legalization. Just do it. We get it. People smoke pot. Just do it. All right, we're done. We're done with the news because I'm bored of it. I hope I'm not yelling too loud for our only audio people. It is what it is. Oh, look, we're not supposed to talk about the chat, but we're going to talk about the chat. Combustinol. Take up the axe against Bill. Welcome to the SUPERNEAT podcast, the only podcast on the internet brought to you by AHA Sparkling Water and Combustinol. Help manage your CBD flare-ups with Combustinol. All right, guys, we're done with the news, I think. That was fun. Trying to keep the news stuff brief because it's pretty lazy programming because I can just literally read other people's work and then talk trash because it's easier to talk trash than to make your own electric semi-truck, Bill Gates. I'm looking at you. Great. What's next on the podcast? Oh, it's the SUPERNEAT news. Guys, I know, for the patrons, it's like we're up to like 15, all right, for the patrons, $115 a month. You guys have no idea how much I appreciate that. And both the financial return, that's great. $115 is not an insignificant amount of money. But also just for the fact that you guys are willing to put money into, letting me make stuff. But I haven't been as active since my move as I would like, and as you guys would like, and as you guys deserve. I'm supposed to have a video out yesterday. It just didn't happen. So, listen, I know when I'm fucking up. I can tell you that. This isn't news to me. It's not coming out of nowhere. I know. But I've been working a lot, which is great because I wasn't working a ton, just a month ago. So I kind of let that, I went a little ham on working, and I get in a little panic mode about getting cash, and I work. And then it's hard for me to justify making memes. But now I can because I'm getting paid. And honestly, if the work all dried up, I would rather be making memes with you guys on Patreon than doing the work. I mean, the work's great. I'm grateful for that. But memes are life, Combustinol. So I want to let you know I am thinking about you, and I've got stuff coming out. I've got cool stuff coming out. I have been filming a lot with my little GoPro, and now the apartment is finally clean and set up. That took a while, and then work was going a little heavy. I had a crazy week, but now work is more level, and then and then I'm gonna also get back on my grind. So expect a double content week this week on the SUPERNEAT Patreon. For my homies. One will be a classic trash post, and one will be actually kind of cool. But I'm thinking about you guys. Don't pull the plug yet. And feel free to hit me up on private channels or the public forums and give me a bro, what the fuck, I pay you money. Just a little, slap on the tuchus, because, I know what's happening, but sometimes a little fire doesn't hurt. So expect cool stuff. I appreciate the patrons. Thank you very much. It is honestly a dream. It is so cool that I have patrons. I'm reminded of that all the time. It's lit. And then we're going to try and expand on that. So, and we've got new styles of content coming out too. I don't want to start spoiling, but there may be a new channel in the works. No, just kidding. But maybe. Super neat reviews. Okay, we're done. It's time for the Waterloo stretch break. I haven't done that since probably ever, maybe. But AHA is our sponsor this time. Let's everyone get a stretch. We've been going at it for 25 minutes. Let's get one of these going. Let's do 5 back. Let's do 5 forward. All right, bored of that. Oh, all right. It's about time to throw in a guest. But before we do, let's just relax. Take a deep breath with me. We're feeling good. I thought this was a virtual background. No, man, I live here, dude. Check it out. This is it. I wish. I've got a green screen, but it's such work to set it up, and the payoff is minimal right now, but we might do it for episode 5. Green screen? Maybe. Okay, so that made it worse. I'm always trying to get that beauty lighting. Maybe my batteries are dying. Okay, so guys, we're stretched out. We're relaxed. We've had an AHA sparkling water. The flavor. AHA. I've never heard of this brand ever. It was on Amazon. 0% juice, it says in bold. Great. I'm not drinking juice, you fool. I don't put 0% milk on salsa. I'm putting 0% juice on water. Maybe that's going to be on the Type 5. I've got opinions, and they're important, and they're relevant. Here at the Super Neat News Network, where we don't really give a fuck about the facts, and we are haters on Bill Gates, depending on the day of the week. So, we're probably going to get our guest on, man. It's early for the guest, but we've been flying through it, and I tried not to lollygag on the news and such. Do we want to do one last rant? Maybe. Look at my to-do list. I got a lot of stuff. I've been on one lately, guys. I ran today. Let's talk about that. Okay. Well, this is the last thing we'll talk about, and then we'll get the guest on. Check it out. Sponsored by Steel. I got a free shirt from them. They're a supplement company. The gyms aren't open, but I ran today with my legs. I ran. I usually am a walker. That's how I like to do it. And my God, running. You go so fast. You guys ever run? You ever ran somewhere? My word. Say you're walking and you're going about this fast. And for those of you that can't see, just move your hand at a steady speed, slowish, in front of your face. That's what I'm doing right now. If you run, you're going like this. Sound effect. So dumb. Guys, running is kind of cool, man. It's fast, but my knees hurt now. And oof. So I'll keep you updated on how that goes. But I ran today, and that was what a what a blast. All right, let's get a guest. I'm going to go back into the podcast duo part of the Discord. We're going to wait for our lovely guest, Hulkbuster, who's our guest like almost all the time. But he's a great guest. So if you guys want to be a guest, go ahead and slam it in the chat. Hit me on the DM. We'll put it on the Patreon account. But Hulkbuster is always a great guest, and he's always a good sport. So we're just waiting for him to pop in. And then, beautiful. Can we get some test audio from you, and I'll level out the mics?
The chosen one and the guy. It's so, I feel so privileged to be, a recurring guest on the Super Neat podcast, the only podcast on the internet.
It is our pleasure to have you. For me, I'm speaking on behalf of the entire Super Neat team.
Yes.
We love having you on. You're a great guest.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pleasure every single time.
Okay, so what I'm going to do so that you can see live is I'm going to share my screen, and it's going to be the Super Neat News. And then we're going to throw you on the main screen. And look at this. Oh, wait, we figured out how to do this last time, and then I have barfed it since then because we're using a different streaming platform. Look at all my windows. This is so you guys know what's happening. It's chaos.
Yes. Slightly less of my trash.
Nope.
Cool shit.
There we go.
Manhattan.
We out here. What's happening?
Currently.
Oh.
We out here mobbing.
What up? So, what do you want to talk about? Also, quickly, there is a better way to do this, and I don't remember how. So it is what it is. All right. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm just chilling. It's been a very lazy Sunday. It's the way it's supposed to be.
We're turning your volume way up.
Oh yeah, Zoom me, dude.
Boom. Lazy Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
It's been quite nice. I woke up and we had a friend over, and he decided that it's Sunday morning. Like, why not just have a few shots? Just have it happen where you start drinking in the morning. And I was like, well, it's not every day. It's football time, so obviously we'll be able to have a few beers anyway. Did that. It's pretty nuts. Like the things that can bring you together to have alcohol, like a brunch on a Sunday would be totally normal as well.
Did you wait? Are you saying that you legit took some shots today?
Yeah. Every time you have the guys over for football, it's always like two things that happen. There's chit chat about who's killing who at fantasy, and then you shoot alcohol. Like you drink beers and shoot alcohol. And so that's like the classic. They just always are ready to roll. Doesn't matter when or where.
That sounds. I don't know how I feel about taking shots in the morning, but
yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is there sports happening? Is football back?
Foosball is happening. I think the Lions were playing. The
made up team. Clearly a made up team. Yeah, the Lions. Yeah, the big cats. Big cats game, huh? The big cats,
game hands. They were actually going on.
Yeah, I'm calling shenanigans on that. That's not real.
And I'd woken up to the bottle of sparkling wine being open this morning. He's like, you just gotta get yourself a little mimosa. Roommate's hooking it up. He knows the way that it is.
Hey, look at this. We got it figured out. Ish.
Oh, pop out.
Watch this. Boom, boom.
Make you me.
Boom. For those of you joining us audio only, we're doing what we love to do on the Super Neat podcast, the only podcast on the internet. Troubleshoot live.
That's the way that it is. There's tons of different things that you can do. in order, like, if you're gonna have a brunch, like, people just have to get a fucking Uber home. Like, it's just one of those things. You're just gonna get smashed.
I haven't had
How do
brunch
we
in
come up with
years.
that? Yeah, it's like you had to go to work the next day. You can't just start pounding champagne early on. No problem.
Brunch legal? Question mark.
Legals?
Albany, you can now have a different kind of toast with your Sunday brunch. Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a bill into law Wednesday. Is this real news? To legalize sales of alcohol before noon on Sunday.
The Quomes.
Hell yeah! When was that? That was 2016. Oh, thought that was some relevant hot news going on. Oh yeah, now we got Zoom. Now we're zooming.
Zooming. The Chosen.
All right. What do you want to get into? We have the whole worldwide internet. We are accessing the internet for this podcast.
Let's see. Look up birds with human arms.
This is not friendly.
No, the podcast listeners will just have to listen to what they're like from us.
Oh wow,
Okay, so the chicken one. What's that? Maxus Aurelius from the Gladiator.
Are you not entertained?
Yes, motherfucker. Imagine that on a big black cock. It's incredible.
This is great. Look at this.
I like that very much.
Man.
Make that the podcast intro logo. Oh, that guy's got like Hulk arms.
This is sweet.
Falcon.
For those of you joining us audio only today, there is a bird with human arms that we're looking at. Thanks to the magical properties of the internet, where if you type something in, someone has already done it and will deliver unto you.
There's no way a bird would be so fucking low to use a selfie cam with their human arms. I just don't believe that shit.
There's a reason why
That's the last thing a bird.
Birds don't have arms, and it's because they're inferior.
Yeah, they would be too powerful for us. We wouldn't be able to stop them.
They had no need to evolve hands.
Damn, that's an ejectile. Look at
okay,
that.
whoa, combusted all. Oh, we got a thick bird. Some egg buns.
Oatmeal.
All right. You're spiraling.
Okay. So that makes me think about what the next challenger on the face of the planet would be to humans, right? Like dolphins are supposed to be really smart, but they're not going to get out of the ocean. They're not going to have to stay in there. Like even freshwater dolphins are not going to be able to fuck with us.
This is what destroys us. Corona Extra.
Extra. It's 2 times the amount of virus.
Have you ever seen those videos of squids or octopi? I don't know which one. Octopuses, octopi escaping from the zoo.
Well,
it's
they
nightmare.
have the ones that they're training. Have you seen Adam Savage build a machine for them?
No.
So they are training these. They're training these octopodes to be able to interact with like puzzles and like little kits and things like that. They put food in them, and they put them in their tanks, and they can like unscrew the top of a jar and get in there and open it, and get in, eat the food. And there are larger octopodes are able to actually. They're so powerful and strong. They just rip the whole thing off. They don't twist it or anything. They're just like crushing that shit.
I think they would take over.
Yeah, they definitely be able to get our ass. Adam made one out of acrylic. He built. He had makerspace, did that whole fucking thing.
An octopus?
He made the
a jar. Oh, okay. I'm following.
And they just had to like twist a little knob and then it would open. But they were like totally uninterested in it because it was too complex. He fucked it all up. They believed that the octopus was actually doing like a computation of like how much effort it is to open the thing versus what the food is. It's like a small little piece of food.
He was like, this isn't even worth it.
Not worth my fucking time.
Whoa, man.
And then just threw that shit away.
They're smarter than us.
They definitely would be able to take over. That's like, a fucking nightmare scenario. Cthulhu. They would beat me just by being scary.
Hold on, I got something for you. I was trying to fix something, but
Don't worry about it, Bree.
Oh, I don't have the I don't have the I don't have the setup for you to see. I'm sorry.
There it is.
Here.
Yeah, there it is. Yes.
Boom.
Oh, big, huge brain. That's what you would look like if you were Edward Squidwardo. You know what I'm talking about? Yes. Your little beak.
What is the life of a squid like, man? Dude, check this out. Giant squids would take whales and drag them to the bottom of the ocean and drown them because they breathe air.
They wouldn't be able to go up.
They would drown those motherfuckers and eat them. Terrifying. Why do we have the ocean still? I say, nuke it.
Nuke the ocean. We need to raise the initiative funding for it. We have a $3 million Kickstarter for you guys.
Guys,
The ocean.
The new SUPERNEAT podcast. Join the Kickstarter. We are going to destroy the ocean. We've actually made great progress so far.
There are hundreds of sea monsters left to be discovered in the oceans. Please, with your help, we might be able to defeat them.
Defeat all of these. Look at this creature.
Look at that nightmare. Thank you, Nightmare Fuel.
Look at that
like
guy.
My testicles. I can't believe that
They're so much smarter than us.
operate. Yes.
They had no
So
need.
each one of those legs are brains.
I don't know enough
Octopuses.
to dispute that, but I'm guessing this brain wouldn't it be this big brain-looking thing?
No, so the brain's actually closer to its eyeballs in there. But the way that the neurons work up, like the makeup of what those little arms and limbs are, it's mostly brain in there, and it just like operates on its own. And each leg tries to go get food and suck it towards the mouth.
That's right. You heard it here first, people. Pure nightmare.
Big,
What?
Huge, worst thing to think about ever.
Whoa.
If you go in the ocean, that can touch you.
Why
Why
do we go to the ocean?
You get
ever?
that, right? Oh my God, they're all poisonous. Look at that shit.
Yo, we got a PNG. I'm gonna
Oh,
save
yeah,
that
put
for
that on
later.
Put that on the stream. Make a source right now.
Oh, watch this. I can. Okay.
Yeah.
Save image as.
This is what you come for.
Down.
We're
Welcome to the
increasing.
podcast.
No, yeah. Your gameplay. Congratulations, by the way. Incredible work recently with the streams.
Oh yeah, we've been playing Starship Bridge Simulator. Watch for those of you. Oh my God, that's so loud. What? Someone followed. I think is what that sound is.
Dude. Hell yes.
I didn't see it happen.
Yeah, it is.
I just heard it.
It doesn't sound too loud.
Oh, there it is. Unico7. Thanks, Unico. Wow, I don't know what we
Appreciate that.
possibly could have been doing that deserved to follow, but I
Getting afraid of octopodes.
I appreciate it.
Very cool.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into Photoshop, and I will create a window capture for Photoshop, and then so that you can see it.
Yeah.
Dun.
That's really a wonderful thing for those of us that are tuning in to video sesh. Are you recording locally? You gonna put this up for us?
I forgot to record local, and I'm leaning into it. We're going to use the VOD.
The VOD will.
We're going to use
take
that.
care of you.
Thank God.
Appreciate that, Twitch. Thank you.
So I need to stream to you. How do I change my... We just have to stop and do it again. There it is.
Yeah, you should be able to change window through Discord.
Boom. Okay, so you can see what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
They can see what we're doing. Okay.
They are crushing it.
So you can see that the last thing I did on Photoshop was create a thumbnail for this podcast in a hurry, in a panic. And so what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this. That way we don't have to do too much work. We're going to call this one SUPERNEAT Podcast Octopus, all caps.
Yes, motherfucker.
Boom. And then we're going to go ahead and for those of you joining audio only, you're totally, absolutely fucked because we're going down this nightmare of Photoshop.
This is what we're supposed to be doing.
Look, it's a real PNG too. We didn't have to go to...
It's already... Yes! Yeah, he put it over his head and made it start eating his face off. Incredible.
Okay, so
Yes, bitch.
we'll get rid of this. Oh, that's me.
Make that make a whole bunch of sounds so next week when you have your guest on the octopus, it can you can have it talk back. 1 through 15, just.
And so this is what I usually do is I go ahead and I would.
I love the use of space on that one. It's really incredible the way that you were able to work on it.
I'm gonna add. Oh, last time I had to cut it out. So because I refuse to pay for PNGs,
Right.
what I do, and you guys are gonna watch live how I avoid paying like $6 a year for a PNG subscription. We're gonna go lasso tool, and we're gonna do this one real lazy. Look at this. I'm a designer. Hire me.
Look
And then
you get what it's worth.
we don't want that. We don't want that in there. We want that. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to do it quickly. We're going to do it very quickly. So I'm not even going to zoom in. And then select and mask. Boom.
Damn,
Look at this. I'm a pro. I'm telling you
I'm
guys.
ready. Oh, my God.
Boom.
I can't believe this. Too fast, too furious.
And
You're the
then
Vin Diesel of Photoshop, bro. You live your life a quarter mile at a time.
here we go. And then this way, no one will even know in real life
It'll be a total secret.
that I'm not actually on a podcast with
Yes. That could be you.
a squid, with an octopus.
Yeah, you already have the one ready for next week.
Look, and there it is, and he's talking, and we're chatting.
Yeah.
Boom.
Now, here, ask a question that you would ask for an octopus.
So, octopus, what's the water like today?
It's like a slightly more positive, like it's affirming in that way. It's just always ready to go.
And to end our podcast with the
That's
squid,
right. Aha.
we're going to
Is here-
destroy the squid because otherwise.
Can you listen, octopus? Are you allowed to drink AHA sparkling water? That's our sponsor this week.
Actually, the last thing that we need. Sparkling water.
This
it
mother-
PNG?
Find it. Find it, dude. Get it in there.
Yes.
No, but listen. Your gameplays. If you can get some Among Us in here, that'd be great. I think that's what we're really hopping on these days. We like to see people getting their heads cut off. That might be really good for the Super Neat.
Oh man, yeah. We were just talking about me and Schmelmo. I love Among Us. So it's great. What great fun!
It's so incredible. That has that same functionality that Mario Party's got. That
Rage-inducing.
Once you have that evil in you, like you will just start going. You can go off anytime you want and just start killing. You can make it come to real life.
Hold on, just a moment.
Right now he's grabbing the same process as before. He's cutting out our little AHA soda pop can.
We're gonna give one both to Digital Me and the squid.
The young squid.
Look at this.
Oh.
Brought to you by AHA, and we're gonna put one
In the,
one here. Oh no, I'm copying the no.
over the top here. You put it in the squid octopus's tentacle. One and two tentacles now. It's so perfect.
Okay, well.
Oh my god. And they just load it up.
We'll do, and we'll give it.
Yeah, turn it around.
We'll add some realism. Oh wow.
Yeah, that'll sell. That reads really good. Put it like behind. Put it like over your shoulder.
Hold on, I need to move this octopus up here. There we go. Now he's grabbing him.
Yeah, touching on.
Okay, for those of you joining us, we have created a masterpiece, and it is an octopus holding several AHA branded sparkling waters, and that's all you really need to know.
Perfect there as it is.
Look at that.
So fucked. I love the idea of this.
And then I'll put me over there. Yes. Okay.
Put that on the Patreon for us.
Yeah, okay. Actually, we'll do it live while we're. This is the worst podcast ever.
I've never seen anything like this before.
And we're gonna go ahead and throw that. I have a folder labeled podcast, and it is complete trash. It is full of
It's
just
all
stolen
messed
PNGs
up
and
in
this.
there.
And we are gonna call that Super Neat Podcast.
Sideways.
Octopus. And if you're joining us live, there will be a brand new post right now. And it
Here
will
it
be
is.
the lovely Super Neat squid that we've created.
Incredible. Wonderful work. Great job.
And publish now. That's what you guys are paying for. Thank you very much.
That's what it's for. Cash money in the bank.
It's total
Look, you
trash.
Just created in here. It's a great job. Wonderful.
Brought to you by
spend your
AHA.
time very effectively.
The
AHA,
only-
thanks so much for the sponsorship.
Only podcast on the internet. And in fact, we'll
Bustin all.
give it I'll give it a flash up here. The only podcast. Oh, and you guys can't even see it. That's
See,
fine.
I subscribe to Patreon for the Samsung Watch as well, so I can actually keep up with
Oh, wow.
live and in
This is
color.
why you're
have to get on
the most seen guest on the podcast.
Because I'm a super fan, dude. I deserve it.
Okay, guys. What are we at? We're at 750. 65%
Do you have
room
anything
humidity.
left on the docket?
Let's check the notes.
How's the temperature in there?
75 degrees Fahrenheit. Holding steady. No air
Holding.
conditioning. Let's check. So in the revisions, it says we need to make sure the guest has proper audio levels. I think we tried.
Perhaps.
It says needs to be audio only acceptable. Not even close. We have train wrecked that.
No, we went all the way in.
It says I need to write questions for the guests.
No, dude, I come up with
Nope.
the questions. That's not how it works around these parts.
Okay, caller segment. Final thoughts, type 5. And these are from last week because this says Jeff Bezos. And then it says Don Jr. cocaine, question mark.
Yes,
Hold on.
that might be something we need to look into.
Here, we'll do some impressions really quick. I'm going to do my Don Jr. Inaugural hanging out on the on the podium impression. Joe Biden is lazy. He's a half-wit.
Oh, yes.
That concludes my impression
Oh my
of Don
God.
Jr. He's on cocaine.
I'll do my impression of Donald Jr. both before and after going up on the inaugural podium in there.
A little more on the nose, that one.
I'm ready.
Listen, man. All right? What the Dems don't want you to know about, man.
My daddy.
I'm Don Jr. My dad's Don Sr.
I don't care what you think about it. I'm Donnie J. You can't stop me or my dad.
Baron's a robot.
Don't tell anyone I told you.
Don Jr.'s in the chat. Oh my God, I wish.
Oh, Don Jr. has entered
I'm
chat.
so happy. I would be busting a huge nut.
Sorry.
Combustinol is helping me choose when I'd like to do that.
Yeah, also,
Fight my CBD symptoms.
for those of you in the chat that have CBD, also known as constant Bustin disease, we want to let you know that there is no cure yet, but you can manage your symptoms with Combustinol, the only proven formula of herbs and spices that allows you to bust just once an hour. We can't tell you when you're going to bust, but you will bust, but only once.
After six,
An
only
hour.
one time. Don't worry. After 6 months of using Combustinol, I was already noticing a drastic change in the way that I would bust throughout the day. It really made it possible for me to be able to spend time with my family for extended amounts of time.
It's reduced the amount
worry.
of bustin' diapers that I've had to wear.
Yeah, the amount of diapers that I'm going through just in a week is just a fraction of what it used to be. I'm saving a whole lot of money there, and also for baby wipes, just to make sure that I'm clean down there. Our simultaneous trigger is just because in between the two of us.
Oh, what? Okay. We covered Combustinol. We've covered Aha.
Yeah.
We've covered Dalton Jr.
Segments in
again.
for the sponsors.
I mean, the question is, where do we go from here? I think we're at the top. I think this is the pinnacle of the Super Neat
Very
podcast. What more can
far
we
as it
do?
goes. There's a whole universe full of things.
For those of you joining us without visuals, there's an octopus, and now you can see the behind the scenes of where I get my Aha
Where it
clip
was.
art.
Oh my god, that's so huge and payoff in the way it is.
Such very low res.
Is that just a window? I don't understand how you're doing that. It's so great.
That's my internet. Man. God, what happens now? Oh, my hair light. That explains why I wasn't getting that crispy, poppy hair light.
Oh, you
that I
gotta get
love.
that zoom hair.
You guys listen to Wolfpack? Check this out. This is some news for you guys. Wolfpack is like a funk band. They're really good. They were needing cash and they couldn't tour. And so they offered up a slot on their new record coming out. They call them that, records. And
LP.
they offered one track. And they put it on eBay. And you can put whatever you want there. I think it has to be like 3 minutes or something or less. And it sold for like $67,000, like $70,000.
Oh shit.
Someone bought a slot on their record, and then their new album that's coming out, someone's gonna have just 3 minutes to do whatever they want. It's genius.
What they wanted to create.
What
That's
if
pretty crazy.
DJ Khaled did that? What if Drake
Yeah.
did that?
He just put a cool ass, dope ass track on there, like one of his own.
No, I mean, what if he opened up a slot for someone to buy
yeah.
an ad in an
You're
album?
telling me I could be on the next Will Smith album just by saying the huge wad of cash?
God, I would.
I'm in.
I would give all $267 to Will Smith if he would just put
Everything that I
an
have
album
on the
out
wall
at all.
right now,
Is he still making music?
He's got to. He's got a YouTube.
Well-
So he made a lo-fi track not too long ago and put it on his YouTube.
No way.
Shit, yeah. Shit is very lit.
So here I'll,
Very cool.
with the power of technology, the last album was Lost and Found in 2005. I bet in 2005 Will Smith was probably pretty lost. He was fading out of the 90s glory, and he hadn't hit that kind of 2000s.
His stride. Yeah.
Mhm.
Man.
Well,
But how big was he? He was in every single movie for like 3 years.
he put out music in 1993.
Damn, son. So
Will's
he's
been
black
around,
hard.
man. God, Black
In
Don't
the
Crack.
industry.
He looks great.
Yeah, he
I
has
think.
no problem.
I know him and his wife had that entanglement issue that had to get.
Oh, yeah,
Worked
he
out.
moved his son. Yeah, I think
We're talking about
Gemini
adultery.
Man, adultery. A Gemini Man, and it was like his CGI young self versus him, and it's like it was just him yesterday.
He looks great. What is this?
It was super good.
Let's see. Will Smith 2020. Come on, man.
Show me Will Smith.
He's so handsome.
Yeah, he's got it going on.
Oh,
He could never
there we
lose.
go. Bum, bum. That's who the next guest is going to be. Will Smith,
we'll get Will Smith.
with a digital number 3 next to him, and he looks very sweaty.
Yes, wet.
We'll just have
Yeah,
him.
Bad Boys for life.
Wait, didn't they make a new Bad Boys?
Yeah, Bad
We're
Boys
really
for
spy
life.
on that.
That's
Oh.
Bad Boys 3, Bad Boys 4 life.
It's Bad Boys 3 is the actual number of Bad Boys it is, and it's
I
called
think
Bad
it
Boys
is the
4
third
Live.
Bad Boys. I think it is number 3. Chad, is that right?
Bad Boys 3 Life.
I'm so scared. 3 life.
That's the
three
worst name.
The 3 Bad Boys.
That is the worst name. Bad
I
Boys
can't even imagine.
Films. Okay, call them films. That's being a little pretentious
a lot
about Bad Boys.
grandiose.
No, there was a.
They had Bad Boys 3.
Wait, no, you're right. Bad Boys 2, and Bad Boys 4 Life, and then coming next is Bad Boys 4.
Bad Boys 4, 5 life.
Too fast. Too
Oh
furious.
my god, too fast, 5 life.
Isn't
Tokyo Drift.
who is it? Martin. Who? Something Martin. Matt Martin.
Oh.
Who's his co-star?
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence He looked rough as fuck in the new
Michael
Bad
Bay
Boy.
that did these? I can't remember. Yeah, he was the fucking dad bod for sure.
They were like,
it.
it's like they didn't warn him, you know? They were like, hey, we're shooting next
Yeah,
week. And he
just
was like, dude.
oh shit.
Will Smith's
I
like,
just got a membership at Dunkin' Donuts. Are you sure?
I got my rewards card, man.
Like, come on, stop fucking me up right now. Will Smith is like, still has a 6-pack. I'm like, oh my god.
It looks like if you just really inflated. They have the exact same haircut, the exact
CGI,
same
yeah.
goatee. They have the same shirt on. He's just wearing a jacket. Who's in charge of this? You gotta not do that angle. It's not a very flattering angle for anyone.
No, not
Except for your Will Smith.
No.
Oh, I got the COVID. I guess that's not. I don't know if that's a funny
It
joke
was
yet.
Aha.
I'm out of aha.
Aha gave it to you. You downloaded it from the Aha.
For those of you joining audio only, I crushed an aha in my head. I'm out of ahas.
Oh shit.
Guys, we've hit the hour. I mean, this has been a rambling podcast if there's ever been one. But I'm having fun. I've had fun.
We did it. Slammed it.
All right. Any parting words you want to give to our guests? We're going to wrap this
Yeah.
up on time this time. We went a little over.
Thanks
last.
everybody for tuning in to the Super Neat 12345 podcast hosted by Twitch, sponsored by Combustinol and Aha Waters, sparkling waters. It's incredible for us to be able to hear. Thanks so much, my guest, Super Neat 12345, for showing up. While we were in the category of Counter-Strike Global Offensive this whole time, with the title being ESGO.
No, it was not.
We tried our hardest.
No, I set
happy.
up. I set up.
You never pressed the button.
Can we get some more patrons so that I can hire an assistant for this? All right.
Yeah,
I
somebody get
swear
some more.
I'm incompetent, but I'm not this incompetent. I swear I'm testing this and stuff, and then
Get
it
us all the way
always.
through.
God, it was just titled SCO the whole time.
Go, no problem.
We're an hour and 1 minute in.
Got
Oh,
you fixed, bud.
we're
easy.
1 hour, 2 minutes, and 57 seconds in, and I just now put the title as the fucking podcast.
Yeah, but I just would like to thank you so much for letting me come up
Thanks.
on here, and I look forward to the content that you're about to pop on us, Bree.
We got new content coming. It really is going to be swell. I swear it's going to be great.
So hype.
Thanks. I got to do the final run. Welcome and quick soon goodbye to the well, not permanently, just temporarily. I know that sounds a little bit. The Super Neat Podcast, the only podcast on the internet, brought to you by Aha Sparkling Water. Combustinol, the only proven way to treat your what's it, like light to heavy constant Bustin disease. Don Jr. and
CBD boys for
and
life.
Squids.
Sorry.
Thanks to everyone. We will see you in the next podcast, and go ahead and slam that like button, subscribe, whatever you got to do. Get on the Patreon, guys. Slam some comments. I don't know. Whatever people say. That's it.
The only podcast on the internet.
We're the only podcast on the internet.
Who cares?
Da, 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 da. We're going to do some...
Beep, beep, diddle, diddle, da, da.